Oh my God, Becky.
Look at that. Cart's out from underneath it, but it's on a floor jack. Alright, went ahead, removed one of these. It's the rear transaxle mounting bracket. I gotta make 2 new ones, so I gotta go over to the workbench and figure out what I need to do. The reason I want to make new ones of these is really because of 2 things. Number one, my case saver, I incorporated all 4 holes that the transaxle has in it. These only have 2 holes. And if I was to drill the new holes in this stock brackets, the holes are just too close to the upright of this bracket, and I don't like that. So, by building new brackets, I could make this base plate a little wider, and that will give me more room to sink holes. The only thing that's going to do is create where it mounts to the frame. It's going to put a space between the frame and it, and I just have to fill that with a shim piece. Then reason number 2, originally I was going to just bolt these underneath the stock bracket, or bolt the case saver underneath these stock brackets. That drops everything down 1/8 of an inch. But then looking at the tractor over there, the front brackets wouldn't line up. If I bolted them in, the case would actually be tipped upwards and not sitting level. So I'd have to make new front brackets to make the transaxle case sit level. And I decided that I didn't want to make front brackets. I just was going to do the rear so I could gain the 4 holes. Then thinking about it, I decided that by making new rear brackets, I could move these holes down 1/8 of an inch, which will pick the bracket up 1/8 of an inch. That will allow, when this case is sitting here, or the case saver sitting underneath there, the transaxle is going to be sitting at stock height then. And that means I can utilize the stock front brackets. So I want to make 2 of these. Left and right are basically the same, just one has a tapped hole on the right side, one has a tapped hole on the left side. I may not tap them, I just might drill them out all the same size, throw bolts through and put nuts on the back side. Not 100% sure on that yet, I'll think of that later, but I'm just going to copy these basically identical except for extend this out about 1/4 of an inch. These are 3/16 thick, and I got some 3/16 plate, and we're magically going to head to work, and I'm going to get these things basically fabbed up there. So ta-da! I went ahead, I got all the layout lines scribed on there, and I got the 4 mounting holes scribed and everything center punched. So now all I have to do is drill them out, and we're good to go. All these get the same size hole, and then these ones will be 1 fractional size bigger than 3/8. But as you can see, they're identical height-wise, but like I said, the ones I made are about 1/4 inch longer. I know, look at that. Can't tell them apart. It's almost OEM right there. Yeah, you can see I got the 4 holes in mine, and this one only has the 2. Everything lines up like it should. And if I shove a pin in there and take a straight edge off the back of the original one, you can see that there's an 1/8 inch difference between the original one and mine, and that's just what I wanted. The case saver plate will take up that 1/8 of an inch, and the transaxle is going to sit exactly where it did from the factory. Alright guys, I'm over here at the Easy Tapper. There's a couple of different versions or names of these. If you ever come across one and you're looking for a tapping rig, this thing's well worth its weight in gold. It holds, well, we've got all these taps back here, but holds the tap. Everything's like 90 to the work surface. It's really good for big flat parts or even smaller flat parts. Some misshapen parts don't work so well for, but like I said, this thing for any flat hole is really worth its weight in gold. Went ahead, painted them. I should have waited, and I did round the corners over. Looks way better than the factory ones. So 3/8 16 taps already installed. Put that there. Gotta add some knurl to the threads. Just like so. And just like that. Like I said, taps a nice square hole every single time. Biggest thing is keep sharp taps in there. Okie dokie. I went ahead and put the brackets on, the case saver on. Everything's kind of like not bolted in place, but sitting in place. And I took a measurement from outside the bracket to outside the bracket. Then I went over to the tractor, took a measurement of inside of the frame to inside the frame, and found out I need to put 3/16 inch thick shims between here and what will be the frame. So I got some 3/16 thick aluminum. I scribed a line 2 inches up. Basically all I did was take the old bracket, see where they painted, measure down to there, and then bam. So I'll go to the bandsaw, cut on my line, measure another 2 inches up, cut on that line, and then just sink all these holes in here onto here, drill them out a little bit bigger, and we're good to go. Alright, 3/16 thick aluminum spacers. These fit basically like so, and they take up the space between these brackets and the frame. So now I'm ready to throw this thing in underneath her. Oh God, it's heavy! There's one. And there's two. There she is, sitting on all four again. It's a good feeling. There she is. This is the old setup. I got a belt keeper here that's going to get removed, 6-inch pulley that's going to get removed, and all the spacers are going to get removed. Alright, way back there you can see the hub and the pulley. It's not put together yet. I got to get the right belt for it, but all you have to do is basically leave it as unassembled like that, put the belt on, and then put the spacers on, then put the belt keeper on, and tighten all the bolts down. Then you're able to install the bearing holder in place. There's plenty of room back there to get to the little horseshoe thing to put the bolts up through and tighten everything down. What's going to happen down the road, that battery box there is going to leave. I'm going to mount the battery in underneath the hood somewhere. So I'll have easy access to back here if I have to do anything on the trail. So that is no issue back here. There's nothing that needs changed. Everything's going to work. I just got to get the right belt. Then I had to hook the transaxle up to the shifter. Clutch, everything looks good there. It looks like it's going to perform well. The front engine pulley here, everything works fine with it. What has to happen is you got to put the belt on the transaxle first. Assemble everything down there, be done with it. And then you can slide everything on. You have shims in behind the hub that go up against the crankshaft. You can put the hub on, you can put the top belt keeper on, you can put the pulley on, and you can put all the other spacers on. But you have to leave the bottom belt keeper off. Then you're able to throw the belt on, then throw the belt keeper on, tighten everything down, and you're good to go. I'm calling it done. It's not done, but I'm calling it done. I gotta go get a belt tomorrow, take it for a quick jaunt around the yard, and get that uploaded some of this day, like Sunday, Monday, something like that. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it or not. Let me know if you think it's well worth the amount of work I put into it. I think it is. I got rid of those wire belt keepers. I am happy. Basically, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. More of this to come. I'm going to take a little break though, get the rest of this mess cleaned up real quick. Give me more room to work, and I need to get some better lights installed in here because this lighting is terrible. Yeah, have a good night, enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.